Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to go over the brand new event boss, the Giant Hawk. But there is a new difficulty, which is the Hell difficulty. Normally it's just extreme, but now they've added Hell, which is 240,000 CC. First thing I'm going to go over is how the boss works. You get, if you don't attack, you get X amount of percent damage increase or attack increase. And then skills are increased by X amount, and then ultimates are increased, I believe, by 600%. So the reason I have this team, so the key component of this team is actually Slayer. Slayer lowers the enemy's crit resistance by his crit chance. I'll show you the gear I'm running on him. Oh, wrong button. He's got 122% crit chance. He is rocking crit chance with crit chance rolls at the top, and then normal defense and HP here. Defense as well, just for the extra CC, just so he can tank a little bit better as well. Also give him Reptile because he doesn't actually get targeted, but if he does, you can disable Hawk, which is kind of nice. Characters you do have to watch out for are buff and debuff characters. For example, I do have Margaret on my team, but the way I play Margaret is I play Margaret in a way where you just wipe or you waste the cleanse card, because it doesn't really matter. And for DPS, we have, of course, the one Escanor, who is 6'6". You've then got Margaret. My Margaret is 3'6", and then Red Sorrel, which is 6'6". Links-wise, it doesn't really matter for these. I've gone for Derriere, because my Derriere has a good set for Belmuth, so, you know, she also gives 280 attack. No, she gives defense, but it doesn't actually matter because she's actually not too bad anyway. And of course, got Merlin. For Escanor, just needs a tiny bit more crit chance, just in case magically he doesn't crit. Of course, I'll go over gear sets now as well. Escanor attack crit dam has a perfect attack crit dam set. Margaret has a very decent, apart from the defense rolls, attack crit dam set, and Sariel has a perfect attack pieces, but mediocre the rest. And of course, Slayer, you've already seen what Slayer does. So, are there any relics that are needed? No, no relics are needed. Sariel's relic is nice to have, but not needed. Margaret, not needed. Escanor, not needed. Slayer, not needed. So, how this team works... Actually, let's just get into it. I'm not going to run any food. 280k. This is on Hell difficulty, which is the brand new difficulty. Pretty much it's just not rush. You could run if you have a lot of good unknown characters, like good single target skills. You might as well just run unknown and run a green Merlin. She'll give you a 35% damage increase for free as well. So the person with the highest CC gets I think it's 50% crit chance increase. And then what you do is you just do this. I get to 3 ult gauge because he has a skill which gives you 2 ult gauge. And then I'll just waste this because I'm out. So for every debuff and buff on the field, he wipes all of them, like you can see here, and he will heal 5% of his max HP per debuff or buff he removes. So do bear that in mind. You don't actually have to use... I normally use the Margaret buff, I save it for the second phase. I'm just going to waste this. I don't actually need to move that. I'm pretty sure Escanor can just one-shot this phase. Which I could just go for it. So I just do this, I'll merge for this, and then I'll start working on Sariel's ult. Sariel's ult is the stronger one out of Sariel and Margaret, because Sariel can of course buff his own stats. What I like to do here, so as you can see here, but he's going to be attacked, so isn't he? Cringe. I'll do this anyway. So what I normally do here is I'll attack with Sariel twice, just to get 2 more stacks of his relic, which will give him more stats, and then of course we just kill it with Escanor. Also, this increases our damage dealt as well. Escanor's at peak, so this should do a lot. Casual 1.1 million from a Sariel AoE. And also, every time you attack him, of course, if you can't do this, he'll get corrosion, so it's fine. And that's 17 million without death damage. You can also use Freyr as well, if you have him, because he's also pretty good. Of course, now you have to wait again. You play the waiting game. I'll just do this with Margaret. Merge here. And then I'll play this just to get rid of it. He will heal, but it doesn't matter because he's already full HP. So this is probably the best time to remove all that stuff. I'm going to go for the kill this phase. I can actually use this Sariel card to boost Sariel's crit chance again. Or his damage. You can actually wait for 2 turns if you feel like you can't kill. You can just wait another turn and get, of course, a second stack of attack boost. His HP is around 15 million, so it's quite high. I'm going to do this, 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 and then we'll do this. Slayer's not here for DPS. Decent damage from Slayer now. 2 million, not bad. Margaret will do a decent chunk as well. 8 million, and then Sariel, of course, who's the main DPS. 11 million. So yeah, this team's very good. Of course, you know, there are other characters you could use. I just recommend Sariel, because of course he's a character pretty much everybody has. Most people have him 6'6". And of course, Margaret, she's been given out for free, I'm pretty sure, on that 450 to 600 banner thing that people got for free. She's also a very good character. Of course, the one was also free as well. Slater's an SR character, so he's very easy to get. Of course, I have a how to build on Slayer anyway, and why he's good. And he's good for certain bosses like these that have super high crit resistance. And also just make sure that you can crit, because as you can see then, my Sorrow actually struggled to crit at the end then. So even with the 120% lower crit resistance from Slater, which is kind of insane. Anyway, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.